here, let's kick it off. Ready for the weekend, can't get enough. Got my crew, Mike, Paul, Joyce, Lazy's laugh. Zach and Lily bring the fun, we're on the path. It's the Nintopics podcast ride. Electronic beats and friends by my side. Gaming news and tales we'll share. No better way to start a weekend flair. Turn it up, volume high. Nintendo vibes flying sky. Press play, let's dive in deep. Catching all the secrets we keep. It's the Nintopics podcast ride. Electronic beats and friends by my side. Gaming news and tales we'll share. No better way to start a weekend flair. Controllers, quick stories flow. Laughs and smiles as we go. Every Friday night so bright. Nintopics podcast feels so right. Oh. From Mario to Zelda quests. Talking all the games we love the best. Choices, insights, Zach's big grin. Lily's got the news, let's begin. It's the Nintopics podcast ride. Electronic beats and friends by my side. Gaming news and tales we'll share. No better way to start a weekend flair. Controllers and stories flow. Laughs and smiles as we go. Oh. Every Friday night so bright. Nintopics podcast feels so right. Nintopic podcast, all things Nintendo. Yeah!
Aw. Oh no, not happy. Not happy at all.
Who's that, Mario?
That's Mario.
Hey, Mario.
Mario.
Mario, say hi.
Something
Like
Mario-
to stand
He's
here.
not happy.
All right, welcome to the Nintopics podcast, my friends. It is Friday. Time to relax, sit back, unwind. You made it through the week. Now it's time to start the weekend with the most positivity and love for gaming and stuff. With the best crew in the world here at the Nintopics podcast. Thank you so much for being here. And we got some really cool topics. But before, let me introduce the all-star cast for today. First up to my... Hey, I got it right this time. Look. Dr. Paul Gill. Yepper. What's up, Paul? What's going on?
This was my first week back at work after summer vacation, so my semester has started. I've now had all of my students at least once. That's like 240 students this time around.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a lot of new names to remember, but a lot of cool people, a lot of good classes, and I'm looking forward to it. It's fun. And aside from that, everything else pretty good. A little bit of gaming on some free time, a little bit of yard work as always.
Yeah.
Pretty normal.
That is awesome. Thank you, Paul. And then I'm going from here to the corner to Zelda's mama, Hyrule correspondent Joycey J. How you doing, Joycey?
Hello, good evening. Long day. I'm
Okay. Tired.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Sorry, I was having mic troubles before, guys, so it sounds like we're good.
I have mic troubles all the time.
The other way.
Big facts. Big facts. Big facts.
Hey, Joycey, don't take it out on me because I have opinions. Okay?
Big facts.
And We got Lilly Hyrule downstairs from here. He's downstairs right here. So if I have a room like Lily downstairs, stop making all that noise. How you doing? How you doing?
Gotta get a
Hi.
baseball bat.
I miss you. I miss you. I miss every single one of you guys last week.
Back.
Yeah. I went
miss
to
you.
Fun Expo Toronto last week, and it was a blast. I had an incredible time, but all that. Unfortunately, I got sick during my trip.
Yeah.
The car almost broke down. I took a bus back home in the middle of the night because it was, the engine was about to happen. Like something was about to happen with the engine. So
Yeah.
we needed to stop the car, and it was just a mess getting back home, but at least I made it. And yeah, everything went well. It's just I wasn't in bed like for 2 days straight, but
Yeah.
I'm okay now. But yeah, everything cool. Oh, and I have new merch on my channel.
Ooh, look at that.
Yay, I have a
So
new
cute.
t-shirt
That
with
is a nice shirt,
the
guys. Look at
logo.
that. Let me
Yeah.
go ahead. Let me see if I can highlight that. Wait, that's not me. That's not you. Wait, hold on. Where am I?
There we are.
Okay, let me go ahead and highlight that. Wait, did I do it?
Yes.
No, I didn't. Wait.
No, I didn't. Don't worry.
There you go.
You got this. There you go. So this logo is the official logo of the channel, and this was made by my boyfriend. So
Nice.
very nice job. Yeah.
Very talented.
Very good job.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lily's boyfriend.
Yes. So, and I also have a new family member. I already talked to Fuecoco. I told him that they're brothers now. So this is Grim Matchstick from Cuphead, is one of my favorite bosses in the game. So
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool. But yeah, a lot of stories that I have to share. But in terms of gaming, I have not played anything.
Yeah.
But I do know that PAX at the moment, which I was not able to make it, of course. I got sick, financial issues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Lucky everybody that is currently at PAX is having a blast with the demo of Echoes of Wisdom. But we're going to talk about it in a little, later in the podcast. But that's me. Thank you.
All right. So before we jump right in, I just have to say, happy birthday, Super Gaming. Thank you so much for being here and spending your birthday with us. You are awesome.
Thank you so much
for being here. So yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday. We hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're in the Eastern, Central, or Pacific, or maybe across the world, who knows, right? But happy birthday for being here. Everybody wish happy birthday to Mr. Super Gamer or Mrs. Super Gaming.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All right. So we got topics. We got stuff to talk about. We got things because today, this is the main topic of the day, but I'm going to do a sum up. Today, Nintendo dropped a huge trailer. I don't think they're doing a Zelda Direct because I know that there was rumors of Zelda Direct happening, but with all that information they dropped already, I think that's good enough. And then we have just a couple of weeks for the game to be released, right? 3 weeks more? 4 weeks? 3 weeks?
26th of August.
Yeah, a little bit.
About 3 weeks.
Yeah, about 3.5 weeks. Yeah, so that is plenty of information. I'm already excited and super hyped to play the game. It looks super amazing. And of course, we had a Nintendo Direct happen earlier this week. Well, when was it? Was it Wednesday or Tuesday? Tuesday. It was a Tuesday. It was a double whammy for the first time in ever history. Nintendo combined the Indie World and the Partner Showcase together and made what basically is a full direct, because normally full directs are 40 minutes. They took 2 minutes, 20 minutes for Indie World and 20 minutes for Partner Showcase, and gave you a double whammy. I think that was very good of Nintendo to do that, right? They didn't have to do that. They gave you guys a double feature of a whole lot of games, which is pretty cool. I wasn't able to watch it because I was incapacitated that day for I would say Paul knows. I think I told you what happened today. I lost my sight. I only have one eye that works, and then I woke up, couldn't see whatsoever, really sharp pain. So I was like kind of blind for most of the day. My wife got home, got me some really, really strong eye drops from medication. I was able to recover. Still haven't seen it yet, just because I've been super busy with work. But I do have a recap here that I can go over, and then I'm going to get everyone's opinions here for people who did watch this Nintendo Direct. Because after we go over the Nintendo Direct, we want to go to the main topic, which is Zelda. And that is that. So let me go ahead before I have a little bit of what do we call this segment? We call it speed run. Oh, rapid fire. Rapid fire news, not speed run. That's the speed run reviews. Rapid fire section here, where I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of go over what has happened this week. First, we got Amy of the Smiling Man Famicom Detective Club saw the tragic death of a student who has been found with the smiley face paper bag over her head. That's horrible. I guess that there's a demo out for that game, right? Or is it out yet? It's coming out soon.
I don't think there's a demo. I'm not sure about that.
The game's out.
Oh wait, no, yes, there is one on the Nintendo eShop. That's right.
The game is out today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then we got Gundam Breaker. For those of you who like Gundam Wing back in the day, that cartoon. Gundam Breaker 4, create your ultimate Gundam and deploy it across a variety of combat missions, defeat your enemies. So that game is out too. We got Witch Spring R, discover a story-driven RPG, if you like RPGs, with a unique game system that blends elements and simulation. And then, just going, it says here, as seen in the Indie World and Partner Showcase, Pizza Tower, Peppino Spaghetti is on a mission to destroy the titular Pizza Tower in order to save his restaurant from annihilation. Then we got Balatro, Friends of Jimbo. Who comes up with these titles? And this update to the critically acclaimed roguelike, the deck builder player will be able to use cards inspired by 4 notable video game titles. Play even more illegal poker. What? Discover game. You know what? I'm gonna pass that one. All right. Then we got Pelgin, or I'm not sure if it's pronouncing it right. Peglin. Okay. And the roguelike Pacino inspired RPG. I didn't know our Pacino had an RPG.
Al Pacino?
Yeah. This is Pacino inspired RPG. You're on a quest to take revenge on some gold stealing dragons. Okay. That's a good one. And then we got Castlevania Dominus Collection. 3 fan favorite Castlevania titles originally released on Nintendo DS system. Return in one collection. So that is out. We also got Pico Park 2 and Goat Simulator 3. Take control of more goats than you ever thought possible in this playful sandbox experience. So that is the Nintendo download that came out today. It's really rare that Nintendo issues a download on the same time that we have a podcast. So that was nice. You know, a little recap of stuff that's happening and happened over the week. So the big question is on this Nintendo Direct. Let me go ahead and explain first what happened. What is what? A Nintendo Direct Indie World is for indie games only. No first party games, no big developers, no big, well-known like Sega, Capcom, Ubisoft, none of those companies, right? We got small developers and independent publishers. Okay, Way Forward, Tribute, they call me, you know, like indie developers, right? That partner showcase are Nintendo's partners. Any game that has ever collaborated with Nintendo at some point, and they're bigger publishers. They're more AAA companies. Sega, Capcom, and all those bigger companies are in the partner showcase. That's why they're two separate. So although in a partner showcase, Nintendo is known from giving us from time to time one game that is first party. I think we did get a first party game in this partner showcase, right? The Kickboxing 3. Is that correct?
The
Kickboxing 3.
Kickboxer 3. I think Kickboxing 3. That right?
Yeah, Fitness Boxing 3 or Personal Trainer.
That one, yeah. That's what is kickboxing.
Yeah. Close enough.
Yeah, right. Close enough. So they're not meant to give us a next Mario, Zelda, Splatoon, Pokemon, none of that stuff, guys. Those are first party Nintendo games. These are meant to give us games from outside. And to to me, the reason why they put them together and out of the blue was because Switch 2 is around the corner. We never know when. I don't know when. I'm not gonna tell you when I think it is. I know it's soon, and I think Nintendo's just kind of putting those games out there and putting before they do Switch 2 stuff, because I think it's gonna be all Switch 2 forward. It's like, okay, let me just go get all the partner showcase and the indie world that's
out of the way.
Yeah, that's left, and give you guys a showcase at the end of August. Then we can concentrate on Switch 2 moving forward. And so that's what I think happened or is happening here, in my opinion. With that, I want to go ahead and go over the podcast to those who saw it. Let me know what was your highlight game, right, or games, and then what did you think about it overall? What was your reaction and score overall of this partner showcase? Starting with Joycey.
I didn't really have a game that really stood out to me. It wasn't my jam. It wasn't a bad direct. It just wasn't really my jam. But I did enjoy myself because directs are how I've found, in the past. That's how I found Bayonetta. That's how I found Astral Chain, Octopath Traveler. I'm always talking about those games all the time. So I always like to pay attention and then I think I'm going to go back and rewatch it because I was at work watching it and all that other stuff. So it's kind of like, every time I heard something, it was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And so I didn't really absorb it, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, but I did enjoy it for what it was. I knew exactly what we were getting into. And I don't, and I know I say this all the time, so I'm gonna say it again. I don't really like to judge directs by their content. What I mean by that is, the games look like they were from what I saw, the games look like they were fully fleshed out, really good indies and partners. So I have no complaints. I think what makes a bad direct or a bad gaming show is when the games look like they were made on a potato and an Etch-a-Sketch in this century. Who does that anymore? So I did one that did, I guess, kind of stand out is Tetris, but that's because I grew up with Tetris. The only thing is that I get frustrated with Tetris, so I don't play Tetris. So there's that. So but I enjoyed it, but I just haven't found anything that I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get that. I gotta put that on my calendar. But if I change my mind, I'll let y'all.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that point of view because even if there's nothing for you directly, doesn't mean you can't enjoy it, right? It's also part of the show, and it's good Nintendo to do it for us. So I really enjoyed that. Thank you for that, Joycey. And moving over to Lily. Lily, what did you watch the full direct?
I did, but I was halfway asleep already. I was gonna watch it. It just turned out like everything that I had planned. Nothing actually turned out the way I wanted. So Tuesday I wanted to react on it, but not live because I was working. So it was about to be 4, and I even turned off all my notifications because I didn't want it to, go into spoilers or anything. Yeah, that didn't happen. But I ended up, reading through it and also watching it, but not. I wasn't fully awake. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm in the same boat as Joycey in terms of I did enjoy it. It's just that I wasn't. First of all, I knew exactly what was going to be or focusing a little bit more on versus having a huge announcement. Now, having said that, I was not hoping to see anything about Echoes of Wisdom, which is the game that I'm most excited about, of course, because it's a partner showcase, right? And about the indie, I kind of lost hope with with Hollow Knight, and I feel like Hollow Knight is no longer an indie. I feel like that one already graduated from that, but I'm not sure. We haven't heard anything about it, so I never had hopes on it. Yeah, I feel like that's the case. So, but the only ones that I feel like, hey, I got excited about was the one from Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Because even though I'm not really into fighting games as growing up, I used to spend a lot of my coins at the arcade, fighting machines and arcades. So I got a little bit excited about that. Also Tetris, because I feel like they're offering a very nice collection, and not just, one game. So that's one of the ones that I feel I'm more, interested in. And there are other from the indie world that I saw, a bunch of platformers that I really enjoy, like the art style and the the actual gameplay.
Mhm.
But I haven't really done a lot of research on them. But I know that a lot of the games that were announced, like they're already pre-ordered or they're already available for exclusive for the Switch or whichever was the case. So I feel like it had a lot of potential, and I also agree with you, Mike, in terms of I feel like they're kind of putting everything like out of their way in terms of indie world and Nintendo partners and all that kind of stuff, so they can focus on what everybody has been waiting for, which we're going to talk about it in a little bit. But overall, like I wouldn't say it was the best Nintendo Direct or partner showcase, of course, but it was good enough. It was okay for me. It was it had a lot of games that are mostly done, or at least we know more about. So it wasn't like, oh, this is, because we have seen this in many game shows where they just put like a, I don't know, like a, not even an intro, just like an image about something. They don't have anything, but they just put it there. It's like, okay, well, when we're gonna be able to see more? Like, and I feel like this wasn't the case. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I can hear. I actually found the that on Twitter. Screenshot and then uploaded it. But yeah, these are all the games that appeared in the indie world. I like to see this for some reason. I wish they did this from now on, moving forward. Indie world and partner showcase together. Yeah, into a 40-minute show right there together. That it's awesome. I loved it. So
real quick,
go ahead.
I called something last podcast. I thought it was coming to Switch too, but we got I don't know if it's only one of them, but we got Yakuza.
Ooh,
in this direct.
You're right.
And I said that was coming. I said, no, that's not coming until Switch 2. And so that one did shock me. I actually stopped working. I was on the phone with somebody and I was like,
hold on a minute.
I'm like, please hold. Yakuza. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't on the phone with anybody. I would never. Shout out to my boss. I would never. So yeah, totally never. But one of the things I just wanted to say that was really, really interesting is if I remember correctly, I'm trying to find it. If I can remember correctly, the director of Yakuza thought that, Nintendo's bright, sunny, happy, and too kiddie friendly and family friendly. And we can't put Yakuza on a system like that. I need to get a fan, for all this shade that y'all can hear it in my tone.
Yeah.
It's like, so now you want to jump on the 8-year-old train.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing your game.
Yeah. Look at Amiibo. Amiibo is not a kid game. It has to do with solving a murder where a person was murdered and then put a bag over his head.
Amiibo is a darker version of the Ace Attorney games. The Ace Attorney games are all filled with you're solving murders.
Yeah.
Now, because of the storytelling and the characters really are pretty lovable. And that first trilogy is just it's just epic. It's the campiness in the way the story is told and how you get in with other characters and everything. Amiibo just seems like it's just pure detective work, and it's like it's an episode of Law and Order where you just sit there and just say, we have to find the culprit kind of thing. So I think it's just a different vibe. When I think scary or disturbing, I'm not going to name any particular games here, but there's some out there that I'm like, okay, this really was not necessary to unleash on the world. And other gamers kind of have the same opinion because they don't have good sales. But I don't think that's what Famicom is trying to do. It's just some stories are just a little darker than others. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But I think Yakuza is supposed to be extra violent. Every gameplay I've seen, streamer I've seen do Yakuza, I'm like, this looks like just action fighting and hilarity. Like what's dark about this?
I like it.
Zelda's darker than this. Ocarina of Time's darker than that. We'll see.
Developers should have known early on. I mean, if Nintendo Switch was successfully selling games like Doom, Wolfenstein 2, Mortal Kombat 11, Resident Evil, there was room for Yakuza this whole time.
Plenty.
Bayonetta 2, come on.
Yeah.
The list goes on. It's there shouldn't
Bayonetta
be this-
wears her hair as clothes and they come off during a summons.
there shouldn't
Come
be
on,
this
people.
misconception anymore that a Nintendo platform cannot have or doesn't have an audience that's wide and varied. But
Yeah.
I like the presentations. I mean, I wonder what were Nintendo's different thoughts of like, let's have one on Tuesday, one on Thursday, one on one week, one the next week. Are either of them strong enough to hold their own, or would each one not warrant their own designated day and have disappointment, and without people knowing that the next one is coming next, them thinking this is all they have? So in the end, they determined this was the best. Now, is this the best because in September they have one more designated Nintendo Direct? Or since they already shot their shot in June, is the amount of new that they have in a potential Nintendo Direct kind of limited to a Nintendo Direct Mini because it's going over a little bit of Jamboree, a little bit of Donkey Kong Country Returns, a little bit of Brothership, one last, here's a 30-second look at Echoes of Wisdom, just to remind you, not that we need any more footage. Here's Deca Police because we haven't seen it in a while. Here's the next Professor Layton game because we haven't seen it in a while. Here's a few more rare games coming to Nintendo Switch Online. Here is, by the way, Eiji Aonuma and Shigeru Miyamoto to give you the title of the next Zelda movie. Here's a reminder that Lego Deku Tree is out now. Like those announcements that I said, plus one surprise, Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remastered, or Kid Icarus remastered. Like, that would be enough for a Nintendo Direct Mini. That's like a 30-minute presentation, not too much new, but last looks at stuff that we know about. But here's a new trailer of Metroid Prime 4. I mean, you give me a Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, I'll watch through 38 minutes of whatever just to get to a 2-minute trailer of more footage of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some people think, all of that's not worth a Nintendo Direct, but a Nintendo Direct Mini maybe? Or could Nintendo have chosen to do these two now because there is no September Nintendo Direct, and September is possibly going to have a Nintendo Direct 2 designated announcement? Or could they do something crazy and be like, here's the Nintendo Direct in which, during it, yes, we will officially reveal our successor. And wow, that's how you get people to tune into a Nintendo Direct, smaller software showing of what's left on the base system, but also piggybacking on, well, this is the hype that people are going to show up for it to look at NS2 stuff. But typically the idea is Nintendo's going to have its own designated event or trailer for Nintendo Switch 2. But I was happy with this. I mean, Star Overdrive is a brand new game made exclusively for Nintendo Switch, built from scratch. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's a timed exclusive, but if Star Overdrive, which is a new IP, came out 3 days ago and it was Kid Icarus, because that's kind of like the closest vibe that I got, people would lose their mind. Like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting forever. Wow. So you just got to say, hey, it's not your favorite IP or an IP that means a lot to you, but does the game look cool? Heck yeah. Like the game looked like a No More Heroes, Breath of the Wild, Kid Icarus kind of traversal, this hoverboard thing, this awesome mechanics. Like Star Overdrive looked cool. Joycey said Yakuza, Kiwami. That's a big deal. That's a long-time Sega IP that didn't hit Nintendo, and this is like Sega's testing ground. Atelier, a new one. A Tales of Grace remastered. Suikoden 1 and 2. They mentioned them long time ago, but they didn't talk about them in ages. So finally they showed new footage of it. Capcom Fighting Collection, like Lilly said. I'm a big, Capcom fighting game fan, and the fact that they've given us Capcom versus SNK 2. That's an awesome title from GameCube. Here, beautiful. And a date for the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Peglin, Pizza Tower, Tetris Forever, I'm looking at my list of highlights. Civilization 7. Some of these things that we saw before, but some of them new. Sea of Stars DLC, Plucky Squire, Metal Slug Tactics. Like, it was a lot. But like Mike said, this wasn't a Nintendo IP showcase. That's designated for the directs or the direct minis. But this goes to show that, I mean, the Nintendo Switch audience is gigantic. Even if this didn't represent these 40 games or whatever, didn't represent you.
But look how many games that is.
The non big. There's something in here for everyone.
There is.
That 45 million install base. There's something in here that will cater to everyone, and that's why Nintendo Switch has such good legs.
I have a question. Because for some reason I had never seen this game before I heard of it, and it just randomly scrolled across my timeline. And I think I mentioned it before, Lollipop Chainsaw.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked it up, and it's like by Limited Run Games. Is that like, I think that's the developer? I don't remember. But I just saw like I said, this is so my level of unseriousness and challenge. And I was kind of surprised I didn't see it, because it's supposed to be coming out like next month on Switch. And a physical edition is supposed to drop at some point. And I'm like, I want this in my life. And I was surprised that I didn't see it in the direct. And I was like, did people not know about this? Am I going to have to like self-promote this or whatever? Oh gosh. I've been trying to catch this fly all day. Dang it.
All right. So yeah, I agree with everyone on the podcast. I'm gonna go ahead and watch it myself whenever I have some time. I want to get caught up on some of the games, especially the indie world one, because I'm more into. I want to really dive more into indie. I've developed. You can tell I've developed a love for indie games now, and trying to give them love because I understand that it's hard to be an indie dev when it comes to getting your game out there and promoting it, and being called up to indie world is a big deal, and getting in front of a lot of people. So I really applaud everyone who's on there. Although I see a lot of repeats in there too. Europa I could have seen another indie take that spot, because Europa had their time to shine in the last indie world. Yeah. But yeah, I agree with everyone on the chat. One game that I was really looking forward to, believe it or not, is because this game is the game that started the whole cozy genre. Okay, back in the day when My Sims when Sims was the big deal, the first Sims and everything. Then they've developed My Sims, which was the first little game that had the little TBQ characters. You had your little village. It was Animal Crossing. What Animal Crossing is now, that was My Sims back in the day. Every single thing, the fishing, the building, the decorating, all of it put together. My Sims did it first, and I'm so happy to see it. An updated version, My Sims Cozy. They added the Cozy bundle on there. That was the first cozy game before the cozy genre was ever a thing, So it's super cool to see it there. My daughters love it, and they can't wait to see it. You guys got me sold on Star Override. I want to go see. I want to go see that trailer now and find out to see what that's all about. But with that, I'm sorry, I got a little distracted here because I received an email from Mr. WAYFOR. Paul knows.
Wayford. Hey, can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
I completely forgot. Castlevania.
Yeah,
that's going to be a physical purchase. It's already in my cart because that one's on Amazon. I think a lot of these are on for those who like to order their games in the middle of the night when they're bored and just shopping on Amazon. I found that one. There's a bunch of collections though for Switch, and I was like, I'm just so out of the loop on Castlevania, but I remember how much I loved that one, and I think it was Simon's Quest. Was it Simon's Quest or was the other one? It was on the SNES, the Super Nintendo. Okay.
Whatever.
I like Castlevania, and so I'm so out of the loop when they stopped coming to Nintendo for a while.
Yeah, Castlevania has a special place in my heart because I remember playing that on Super Nintendo. On NES. before.
The first one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think
before,
that was the first one, wasn't it?
yeah, before Super Nintendo came out, I played it on my cousin's house, and I was watching him play with the little and the little castle. I loved it. Yeah.
This
Finding
collection,
turkeys in the walls.
this might be the best trio of any Castlevania games, like of 1, 2, and 3, or of Super Symphony of the Night, or of the Game Boy Advance ones. I think I hold this DS trilogy, Orders of Ecclesia, Duel of Sorrows, Harmony of Dissonance, like they're so good. I remember I still have it. It's in my vault that Mike has seen, like the special edition of one of the Castlevanias that they gave, and it's a special box and it has this beautiful soundtrack CD in it and really cool artwork, and like that soundtrack CD is so good, and a lot of the songs come from these 3 games. So yeah, and you could play, and like Nintendo solved the problem. If you're wondering, well, how could any of these 2DS, 3DS games come out on a single screen system? Nintendo has different options of how you could look at it, and you could have the majority of your screen be the main screen, a portion of your screen be the map, and a portion of your screen be something else. So you could basically satisfy having both screens on screen at all time, and just one take up, like a picture-in-picture kind of thing on your TV. Instead of split screen, one take up most and one take up like a little bit of a reactionary window, and you can play with that. And like, well, technically Konami did it, not Nintendo, but it's a good way how to do it. So hopefully this is a sign of more DS games coming. Whether it's not a part of like an official NSO thing, maybe it's actual titles being made or ported over. But yeah, some of these lost DS games, they don't have to be lost anymore.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. And so before we jump into the next subject, and let me go ahead and highlight here. Boo Mini gifted 1 membership here. Thank you so much, Boo Mini. You're awesome. Never fails. She never fails. She comes over every single podcast and donates 1 membership. That is so awesome. Thank you.
Congrats.
You are awesome. And let me go ahead and highlight another question here. And you guys will know why I'm highlighting this. Most important question: will there be an actual Nintendo Direct next month? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Whether it's a mini, I'm getting more towards a mini because I feel like Nintendo still has February, March, April, and May to give us a couple of games. Then, if they do that, they don't have to worry about anything else until Switch 2 is announced. Because then the rest of the year could be related to Nintendo Switch games and Switch 2, right? So, the September Direct normally fills in the first half of the year. In the next year, right? And so I still believe there's one coming. Just because there was one now in the world and the World and Partner Showcase, that doesn't mean that Nintendo is going to cancel their September Direct. All the more, it means that Nintendo's kind of really pushing out what they need to push out before they do the announcement for Switch 2. And yeah, so I do still believe that a Switch 2 Nintendo Direct is coming out. The reason why I'm answering this question from the Mall 518 is because the Mall 518 is a member of the channel. And if you guys remember a while back, I said, guess what, guys? New members soon will have 1 question each per podcast to ask. And
there you go.
I will ask it, I will answer it, and that will become part of the conversation. Okay? So if you're members in a channel, I will treat your 1 question per podcast like if it were a super chat question during the podcast. Every other question can go towards the Q&A in the end, and we'll go ahead and answer them to the best of our abilities because we're not
yes, we try our best.
yeah. So yeah, thank you, the Mall 518 for being an awesome member and for your question as well. We got that, and we got Boom Mini, and that is basically it. Now let's jump into the main topic of today because I have something else that I want to highlight here. Nintendo just announced something today, besides the trailer, by the way, and it is this right here. Amiibo, Link, the Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening series, and Amiibo, Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker series are returning to select retailers alongside the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. The big question is, are they not going to give us a Zelda amiibo for this gorgeous game that they just provided? Like that little cute, adorable Zelda. Just like, because look, we have the link. This is the same link that's in the game right now in Echoes of Wisdom. We need Zelda in this form too. But apparently, they're giving us the Wind Waker one. I'm sure they're both going to work on the game. But yeah, what do you got? What do you guys thoughts on that, Lily and Joyce? What do you guys thoughts on this? Like, I'm
a little.
Yeah,
only a little.
Yeah, Lily.
Well, I feel it's a good opportunity for people that never had a chance to buy these amiibos, of course, to get their collection going. But I mean, this is not the first time that Nintendo has done this. Like I remember they reprinted like Midna and Wolf Link last couple of months prior of this, and I feel like they're just announcing what they have versus what might come. So I feel like they will definitely work on a Princess Zelda Echoes of Wisdom amiibo, but not yet. Because they have the Nintendo Lite coming out on the game release on September 26th and stuff like that. They also have the Deco Tree that's not really Echoes of Wisdom, but Zelda. But they also released a bunch of other things that are now available in Japan, which are the art book. The Masterwork. Yeah, the Masterworks, which they released a bunch of amazing artwork and amazing information.
When is that coming to the US?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, and they released that also very nearly in September. Like September has been the Legend of Zelda month so far, or August, September. Yeah, that's why I don't feel like I'm disappointed of this. Like I have, let's say, about 70%. I feel that they will eventually come up with Echoes of Wisdom Princess Zelda's amiibos, but not yet. They did it with Tears of the Kingdom, so it's fine. Like if you never had a chance for you to of getting, especially the Link from Link's Awakening, which is exactly the same aesthetics and the same design of Echoes of Wisdom, totally get it. And Princess Zelda's Wind Waker design is a little bit different, but it's a chibi kind of look and cute, but it's not the same. But yeah, I think it's good. It's good for you to know.
I have them both. I was really hoping for the TV Zelda one to just because I wanted to put it next to Link.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah.
Also, I just kind of like. I thought about it. I'm sure there is one, but I'm like missed opportunity for Ponytail Zelda.
Yeah.
In one of her little outfits or one of her little Gerudo outfits, or even better, we put her on her My Little Pony horse, and then she could sit in my shelf in my room, in my actual bedroom. She could sit like on the shelf, like next to Big Link on Big Epona horse from Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah.
I want to read this question and I want to mention something because you kind of brought them to
you guys. No, I'm saying I'm covered.
It's like keep coming trailers, but on this rate, the next trailer is gonna be 100% walkthrough of the game. So many spoilers happening though. Thoughts? Just I had a little.
No, that was for a different reason, Mike. It's because you always try to prove me wrong when I know what I'm talking about.
I'm not proving you wrong. How am I proving you wrong?
You can't. Because when I know what I'm talking about, you can't prove me wrong.
Well, the thing, I can't prove you wrong on an opinion because it's an opinion. Nobody has.
That wasn't the vibe that I was getting from your response to that.
Well, you misunderstood completely. I'm just saying that there's other people who have the same opinion. And they're giving too much.
We have this conversation every single Zelda game, and what do we find out? There's a whole other layer. Oh, there's like 20 other enemies. Oh, there's 20 other things to do. Oh my God, there's all these different quests. I didn't know this area was over here. We have the same conversation every Zelda game.
I do.
But it's okay though. It's okay to have the conversation. It's okay to have the opinion to say that, hey, they're giving us way too much.
Opinion.
Like, for example, when the movie, when they start giving out trailers for the Superman movie, I don't want to watch them at all.
Now, trailers are different. I don't know how they're going to handle the trailers, but I know for the Mario movie, I was like, I mean, well, there wasn't much to really show because I'm like, okay, we're going to go save Oh, there's Princess Peach. Okay. So for Zelda, I don't know how they're going to handle that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they give us bits and pieces. But when we said we had this conversation when Breath of the Wild came out, in all of the trailers, all of the gameplay, they hadn't even left the Great Plateau. When Tears of the Kingdom came out, it was just all these different random splices and stuff that nobody could agree on. I kept telling everybody, Link's hair is longer. No, Joyce, it's just down. Sure enough, his hair is longer. I'm telling y'all, this is what's going on over here. No, it's not. We get the game. Oh, that's why this is over here and that's over there. It connects and everything else. So I think when it comes to game, and that's when Nintendo got nervous about Tears of the Kingdom, because they thought Nintendo itself wasn't just excited about the response that we had to Tears of the Kingdom initially. That's why they had that last minute demo with Anuma, because everybody has a crush on Anuma. If you don't, what's wrong with you? So that's why they had that, because people weren't exactly hyped.
Yeah.
But so it's kind of the same thing here. We still have no idea what's going on in this game. And we still don't know how we're going to get to the still world. We still don't know if there's another layer. We don't know. There's a whole lot we don't know.
You jumped on the thing, the rift. Didn't they show it?
What is it? The still world?
Yeah, it's still world.
Yeah, you can go through any of the rifts. You can jump through, like a little thing opens up and you.
But the thing about I will say this: I didn't watch the whole trailer because when it came out, I was so I was kind of like, "Ooh, okay, what? Okay, ooh, what?"
So you did not saw like the last piece of the trailer?
I did see the last piece because I was like, "Oh, we about to battle Link."
Well, we're gonna show it now because I have it right here.
Can we take the super chat opposite Lily's face?
It's okay. I'm fine.
I'm sorry. I didn't see that, Lily. I didn't see that.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, it's okay to think that way as well. Some people don't like to see a lot of information before they play a game.
That's fair. Yeah. I would say don't watch. Just literally like don't watch.
Yeah.
I feel like. Sorry, Jersey. I feel like everybody that's listening. After you're done. Yeah, one more thing. Like everybody that's listening or watching, now is a good time if you don't want to see anything to snooze everything. Everything that you can, because it's totally understandable if you don't want to know more. Like you're not getting spoilers. Let's be clear about that. It's not spoilers if it's released officially by Nintendo. But if you don't want to know more, snooze everything.
Snooze it. The heck out
of it. It's kind of like what Mike said for Superman. I didn't want to get spoiled with anything for Spider-Man No Way Home. And for me, walking into that movie, I didn't know that so-and-so was in it, that so-and-so was in it, or that was going to happen. I watched the debut trailer because I'm excited, and I avoided all of the other stuff. It was out there, but I avoided it, and I went in super happy. With Deadpool and Wolverine, I watched the first trailer because I'm excited, but all the other stuff I didn't watch, and I watched it opening night, and I didn't get spoiled with anything. With Zelda, I'm watching these things periodically as they come out, but I'm not rewinding and combing through and realizing every little detail, being like, oh, that's that, oh, that's that. So, like, I catch enough of it that I'm excited, but honestly, I could just not watch it and be more excited. But I'm watching enough that I feel like that's pretty sweet. I like that. But I'm not focusing too much on it that it's not fresh. So most of it's still going to be fresh. And also, I believe, like everything, there's probably something that we haven't seen yet.
Of course.
That is what's also exciting. Nintendo's in this, interesting dilemma, as every studio is. How much do you show? If you know it's a bona fide hit, you probably could show less because people are stoked regardless. If you get the vibe that not everybody is completely on board, you may be inclined to show more to attract them more. And I think that Nintendo noticed that they have a little bit of an unanswered audience that's wondering, I kind of want my hack and slash. I want to use a sword. And they might have just sold 600,000 more copies thanks to them showing off, yes, you can use a sword in this game. Does that possibly ruin it for some people because some people would have liked to find out about that sword mechanic on their own? Yeah, but does it dim the fears of others that were not buying the game because they don't get sword in their Zelda game?
Yeah.
Yes. Could you have just not watched it? Yeah. But did you get glued into watching it? Yeah. Could you watch it and then just not comb over it? Yeah. It's all kind of stuff. I never answered my question on the Amiibo, by the way. And this is why, to keep it quick,
super quick,
I still can see a September Nintendo Direct because I'm not omitting the possibility of one happening, and two, Nintendo trying to sell some of the current Amiibo out there, and then later on being like, by the way, here's the Echoes of Wisdom Amiibo. Oh, not too quick. That was the quick thought, but the longer thought was, we were talking before about all of Zelda's different outfits, all of Zelda's different costumes. Those are different Amiibos. The Gerudo one, the this one, the bump. And then it kind of hit me. You know what? Here's Nintendo's next partnership. It's not with Lego. It's with Barbie. And it's Zelda Barbie. And it's Zelda Barbie in her stature from this game. But they sell different costumes, different versions. And there you go. Watch Zelda crossover Barbie. Nintendo, you know you're watching. It's going to happen.
Paul, do you just want to play dolls on the show? I'll go get my Amiibo. Everybody go get their Amiibo. We're just going to sit here and play dolls. I mean, action figures. I mean, Amiibo.
Think about that. Barbie's powerful. Zelda Barbie crossover.
So listen.
I'm not against it.
Remember, I was going to tell Josie something before the super chat, which was kind of in line of that. When the Mario movie came out, we got Mario action figures related to the movie. When the Zelda movie comes out, we're going to get action figures related to the movie. So you're going to get not a Barbie.
So we can play dolls on the show.
You're going to get Zelda dolls, you're going to get the horse, whatever character appears in the movie are going to get their own little doll, made out of them. So with the little like dress, collectible one, whatever, a Christmas one. I'm kidding. You know how like the big giant box that says with the big giant holiday dress or whatever. Yeah, that. So anyway, so Zelda. We'll talk about Zelda, but before, let me rewind a little bit because I want to confirm to you guys. Look, listen. PH Brazil was correct in the Nintendo Direct prediction. We did get a Nintendo Direct for the museum. People thought it was that. He said, nope, there's another one coming at the end of August. He was correct. He was 100% correct. Everybody, I wasn't like, August? The end of August? We just got one for a museum. How is it back to back? He was 100% right. Okay? Now we have to go back and look at everything else he said with that same statement. He said Nintendo is following the same exact schedule they did with the Nintendo Switch. Okay? Same exact schedule means October reveal, January showcase, March release. The first trailer for Switch 2 was in October of 2016. The presentation on stage was in January. The release was on March 3rd. So he said, that's what he said. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying, look, the guy is the only one out there who first said the Nintendo Switch 2 was coming in 2025. First one. Okay. Everybody else saw 2024, including me. Then he said about this August Direct. Who was going to predict an August Direct? Nobody. September is like the month of that. And so with that, I'm just going to put that out there before we jump into the next topic.
Also, to piggyback off of that, Brazil, I don't want to get into any laws or regulations, but Brazil is losing their access to Twitter as a country. So if I don't know exactly where PH Brazil, where else he posts. I believe he posts on Reddit and some other places.
Family
boards. Okay. So just kind of FYI, if you suddenly don't see him anymore, that's why. And that's a shame because it's a few people that I follow from Brazil.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll get a VPN and start using Twitter.
It's even, from what I understand, it's even illegal or a hefty fine if they find you with a VPN. I don't know what's going on in Brazil. That ain't my business. I don't live there. I can't tell them how to run their country.
Yeah, so sad for people in Brazil though.
I could tell you how to run America though.
All right,
ain't hard.
So we let me go and pull up the trailer here. We're gonna go over it really quick. But before I saw something within the trailer that caught my attention. They said something in the trailer. I didn't see the whole trailer. It comes in like in a minute 30. It says, people who fall down into the, what do you call that? The mist or the abyss, the
still world.
The still world?
I'm here.
Still, STILL. Oh, yeah. We love you, Boo Mini, but Lily actually works here.
Where is the comment? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna hide it. There you go. Yay! I did it. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
So no, I was I had the wrong screen up on. What does everybody sound like so delay? I had my channel open instead of the actual podcast.
Okay, that makes sense.
Wait, everybody sounds so delayed. Anyway, so they say that anybody who falls in the still world, they end up, we're gonna see it now. They end up petrified. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna put this here so you guys can think about it. They end up petrified and they look like this, like until they vanish forever. They disappear.
Yes.
Zelda later on picks up a sword and a shield. Who does it belong to, and why isn't that person still petrified there?
Because he's gone.
Link is
trying to conquer himself.
100%. Link is dead in this game.
No, not specifically that, but he's not where he's someone took him. That's what I'm saying.
No, he's a damsel in distress because obviously he,
died
because we don't see him for the whole game, so he's obviously a damsel in distress. Isn't that what people say about Zelda? She's like a damsel.
In the movie Coco, if you get forgotten, you're erased. That's what happened to Link. She got forgotten and he erased.
He went to another timeline.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead.
Get a game saying he went to another timeline for real.
Oh.
The rift is opening up in the ground.
Oh no! Look, she gets saved again.
Yes.
Come on, Zelda.
And then her daddy though.
Her dad gave her his life just like Link gave his life. Oh, come on.
That's her using her womanly wiles.
Oh, Daddy, he's falling the rift.
The land of Hyrule has been torn apart by mysterious rifts.
Yeah.
In search of Link and the King of Hyrule, both of whom were stolen away, Princess Zelda must borrow the power of an ethereal creature called Tri. Together, they enter the tears that scar the land in order to save her kingdom. On her journey, Zelda will explore what lies.
Look at her. She's like, oh, look at her face. Like,
yep.
Give that girl back her man.
I'm just seeing the Lionel behind. I'm not sure, but do you see that, Lionel?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's threatening.
Right.
Yeah,
Here.
I'm just concerned about that.
Lionel, you will torture me no more.
About Colin back here.
Moblins are fine. We can deal with them.
Is this part of the castle?
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Looks like the castle was upheaved again.
Yeah.
Tilting.
Right.
I'm
sorry, but I want the Amiibo Zelda just like this. She's like, I mean business.
With the rifts. This is the still world. Here, trees, fragments of land, people, and other items that were
you get a closer look
in the void. It's said they will eventually vanish completely. Exploring the farthest reaches of this world is no easy feat. To do so, Zelda will have to traverse eerie, floating terrain, Because the path is broken up, the echoes you've learned can come in handy. Forge your own way forward by creating echoes to use as platforms to bridge the gaps.
Hey, there's treasures back
Massive
there.
dungeons can also be found deep within the
Pause. Pause.
Pause. Pause ding.
Dungeons, guys. We are
Yep.
so back.
Yeah.
We are
Yep.
so back. I was
Yep.
like, and I did like the Wild Eras Divine Beast dungeons. I like them. But
Yeah.
I know that this, from what it appears to be,
Uh-huh.
this is along the traditional thing.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
one more quick thing. The other thing, reason I Paul said it a little bit earlier. Nintendo possibly released this one because the hype maybe isn't as real as we want it to be for this game.
In many
So-
reasons, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that this does entice people. Like, oh, so it's not just a surface game and it's not just puzzles. It's
Yeah.
like a whole lot going on. Anyway,
Exactly.
yes, dungeons, y'all. Dungeons. Be
Oh,
excited.
And to add to that, what I think Nintendo is doing is releasing two forms of Legend of Zelda games, which is the wild games and then these top-down chibi games where they take the more traditional route in. So this is a brand new game. This is not a remake out of the past. It's a new game with dungeons, right? So
Yeah.
I think going forward, they'll do top-down chibi form with dungeons, more traditional, and then they'll do the wild games where they open world and things like that, and they can be more and more, wild with that.
Absolutely.
One more quick thing though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Top down Zelda is tradition.
Mhm.
They are mainline games. This is part of the whatever official timeline there is.
Yeah.
This is not a spinoff.
I wonder if
So
it takes after or before Breath of the Wild or after.
Say it again.
I wonder if it takes place after Breath of the Wild or before or Tears of the Kingdom or
That's a really good question. So
Right.
that
Yeah.
I'm not sure of, but this is for real. And the dungeons though is what I'm just mostly excited about.
yeah.
But I forgot what else I was going to say. But yeah, y'all go buy this game. This is mainline. You need to know this for the overall lore of Zelda.
Yep.
All right, play.
Zelda will use her wisdom and echoes to take on enemies and puzzles that stand in her way.
I love it.
Then
I love
confronts
the
challenging bosses who await her arrival.
Super cute. Yes.
What do, though? Overwhelm the boss with echoes? Or combine them to find unique
They're
ways?
just holding the rock.
yeah.
The strategy is yours to devise.
I'm gonna nap. I'm gonna nap.
Best
Wait a minute. That was a mood. That was a vibe. It's like, hey, y'all take care of this for me. I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap. All right.
I'm the boss here.
Wow,
Chilling.
this is like
Or combine them to find unique ways
That was
around.
Amazing.
The strategy is yours to devise.
She's the boss now.
I want that as wallpaper on my computer.
I'm excited to see the user creativity in the game. Like, for so long
Yeah.
after Breath of the Wild, we saw people's gameplay footage pop up of how they tackled this thing. Tears of the Kingdom, same thing. How many unique ways to tackle this same objective? I think this is going to have a similar effect of,
yeah.
oh, I just spawned 10 sheep and they attacked this dude's purple orb. Oh, I used a bed to drop it. Like, it's going to be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a lot of
I
fun.
wonder if people are gonna. I mean, they couldn't build in Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, Breath of the Wild, and they found a way to build. That's why they brought it into Breath of the Wild. So I think people will find a way how to use echoes to build stuff too. But this is hilarious. I'm sorry, I have to see this one more time. This is just this is epic. This is epic. This is Zelda.
Or combine them to find unique ways around the situation.
I'm gonna leave the bubble there.
Yours to
Then
devise.
I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeah, I feel like
Rift.
Breath of the
Cabinet.
Wild's Tears of the Kingdom it's still like a work in progress. And with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, with Tears of the Kingdom, they perfected the whole physics thing, right? Like we have physics, real physics in the game. Now with Echoes of Wisdom, they have the opportunity to kind of merge them, like the traditional 2D dungeon wise linear kind of way with the open world concept, which they try to do with Tears of the Kingdom, with all the temples and all, but still, like, it wasn't quite. It doesn't. For me, it never actually felt like an actual dungeon or a temple, even though they were. So I feel like Echoes of Wisdom is gonna be like their, trampoline to that, and to what we're kind of leaning. Like, I feel like the future is gonna be amazing for Zelda overall, because they kind of perfection every single one of the steps, and eventually getting another of this kind of games where Princess Zelda is a protagonist, but not a chibi, design or artwork style, but an actual, Breath of the Wild kind of style, Tears of the Kingdom kind of style. So, I mean, that's actually giving me hope.
Like my castle roommate said, I completely agree. First of all, top-down Zelda, this is nothing new. This is a tradition for every system. But the fact that they're going with Zelda as the protagonist, I believe this is a test. So it is going to take a while, but I do believe we're going to get one of the big Zelda games with Zelda as the protagonist.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Or you maybe have Link, both of them playing together.
I told y'all my idea. I want a mirror game where we have the same journey, but one is from Link's point of view. That's the one we're always used to. And then we get the one from Zelda's point of view. So that's one way to use the same engine, knock out two banger games, and move on.
That's true.
Exactly.
You mean two covers too, right? One from Zelda. That's a good.
Pokemon gets 2 games. Zelda should get 2 games.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
like that. The Legend of Zelda, so and so, Link's Quest, the Legend of Zelda, so and so, Zelda's something. Or you don't have to use the same name twice. You could have it, the Legend of Zelda.
Sword and Shield,
Wisdom something, the Legend of Zelda,
Mirror Quest.
Really? Sword and Shield. What other game is better than to have a sword and shield in Zelda?
There you go. Yeah, I feel like it's very promising. It's very promising.
And guys, if anybody is just in case anybody says anything or worried about something, because this topic has been caught up or talked about. This is YouTube that Mike is pulling from. This is not exactly what it looks like. So it's not actual spoilers for one, and it's not actually frame dropping this hard. This is just YouTube, the way.
This is Nintendo's video on their channel, on the YouTube channel.
And it comes across weird when we play it on StreamYard. So don't freak out that thinks that the game is this jittery. It's not. It's just the way internet and fibers and bytes work. All that tech stuff.
With its own defining features. On her adventure, Zelda must overcome dungeons within the rift.
I saw a treasure chest.
I love that this is more puzzly than the average Zelda game. Because of her abilities, it's more puzzle focused. Like the way she moves and the way she needs to use certain abilities to get to certain points. It's like she needs more help to get from A to B than Link does to get from A to B, and it makes it more of a puzzle-like game. So I really do like it.
It's her first adventure by herself. I don't even think Imp was with her.
Hyrule's fate rests squarely in Zelda's hands.
Sword fighter form.
What? I missed this. I just saw a
you're
picture
in
of
for
it.
a treat.
Finally picks up a mysterious sword.
There it is. That's a mysterious sword.
She takes on the sword fighter form, allowing her to attack directly.
Why did she take that form and turn into a ghost? Because Link died. Link's
No!
takes over her.
No.
First of all, to be fair though, that is Link's outfit.
Yes, it is.
When her path is blocked.
Look,
Look.
that's a deal too.
Strike
It
down
has a shield and everything.
or battle
And
along.
pause a little bit. Pay attention to the sounds that she makes, okay?
Yeah, you mean like the Zelda tune?
Yeah, you can play it.
Blocked.
Oh, you mean like her?
Yeah,
sword,
but she will do it a little bit more louder in a bit.
allowing her to attack directly. With its mighty power, she can forge ahead when her path is blocked, strike down enemies on her own, or battle alongside echoes. However, she can only stay in sword fighter form for a period
Yeah.
of
Know
time.
that?
When or where you choose to wield this power is up to you. The sword's
Yeah.
skill can be replenished by
Can you
collecting
rewind it?
found
I just want to hear that again.
you. The sword's skill can be replenished by collecting energy found in the still world. So be sure to grab any you find.
Pose. Okay. It's miniature Tears of the Kingdom.
Is Dom
Yeah, that's what it is.
crafts clockwork gizmos in Hyrule. His extravagant creations,
Zamp is an engineer now.
and they can be
He's
activated
not
by
dead.
ending them up. They can unleash powerful effects that differentiate them from echoes.
Wait a minute. Did he booby trap that food for those goblins?
Bruh. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Look at that. Look at that. Look
They
at
can
them.
unleash
How rude, princess!
differentiate them from echoes.
Oh wait, I thought he booby trapped the food. It was just exploded there.
But be
But they were eating.
they'll break apart
Yeah.
if they take too much damage.
What the heck is that?
You'll meet many other quirky
Shoot
characters
you, I
during
think.
your travels, and there's no doubt they'll be of
Let's
great
look.
help to the princess.
Saw that, Juicy?
Isn't that
Rewind it a little bit. Rewind a little bit where you see it. There you go. You see that?
the hair?
Yeah.
It's giving 90s salt and pepper. I love it. I'll talk
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
Gerudo
yeah.
Queen.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, that's correct.
Look,
She
she
went to the hood salon.
She has a little friend with the sword and right next to her.
Yep.
There's
They'll be
oh
of
wait, who's that?
Yeah. Who's that? Indeed.
You don't know who that is, right?
No.
No,
Okay,
it's,
good.
Not
I don't
yet.
want to know.
it's an
Yeah,
important
we don't
person.
know
You
it yet.
have a sword. They're in front of the
It's probably another female Gerudo. Like
Uh-huh.
it's probably miniature Riju,
Mhm.
because that looks like miniature Urbosa. Seriously, this looks like Tears
This
of
is
the
Zelda.
Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, like miniature version.
Yeah. Yep.
It'll be great help to the
But
princess.
that's the thing. When I first saw this, I asked myself, wait a minute. So are they gonna from now on always give us like a depths in the future games now for Zelda games? Like
No.
you get
No.
and you get the top. Because what happens to the depths? If that does it disappear in Tears of the Kingdom?
Let me put it to you like this, Mike. When we first found out there was going to be Sky Islands, everybody went with the Zelda community went through the whole train of thought. Oh, Skyloft! There's going to be ruins of Skyloft.
Yeah.
Did anybody find any Skyloft ruins? No, right? Exactly.
But it was part. They
Perfect
said,
opportunity.
but they said that it was part of the original plan and they scrapped it.
Original plan, I think, for Breath of the Wild, though.
No, for Tears of the Kingdom.
What?
I saw that.
The depths?
Yeah, no, not the depths. The sky, like having remnants of skyward.
They they probably had the idea. They could have done it because there were like 2 islands up there.
It was a perfect place to do it. Yeah.
Okay, 3 islands, but y'all know.
Wait. Don't. We have a cat.
Teeny.
We have a cat, you guys.
Yeah, look at
Everybody
that.
stare at the cat.
Okay.
No, if we're gonna be able to pet them,
Let's see.
that's points. Those are points.
Let's see.
Those
Only
are definitely
important
points.
We can't pet the cat. Look at
No,
that.
we can't
Okay.
really. But
I don't know if we could. They just didn't show it.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we haven't been able to pet a dog or a cat ever since Twilight Princess.
I don't understand that either.
Look at her. I like that.
There's a snow area. See, there's a sno area. Who are the snow people? Are they Rito?
Ritos?
In the mountains.
We haven't seen Rito people.
Look at her.
Baby Cole.
Do-do-do-do.
On a journey to traverse and save Hyrule, Princess Zelda's wisdom is key to undertake.
Wait.
Volvagia!
Yes.
Volvagia
My
is
girl,
back!
you know that? Yes.
That's an old school ocarina boss.
Yeah.
That's doing here.
Okay, Mike,
Yeah.
you look away. This is spoilers for you.
That sounds good.
You haven't finished Ocarina of Time, so you have
Or is
no
it
idea
a
what we're talking
descendant
about.
of Volvagia?
I'm gonna play this one and finish it before Ocarina of Time. I'm still stuck in the forest temple.
If you need help, just ask with us. What'd you say, Paul?
Or is it a descendant of Volvagia?
Or is it a pet that turns into Volvagia?
We don't
So
know
many
when this takes
questions.
place.
But this is the thing. I haven't played video games in over a month just because I've been, guys know
That's
I'm
great.
doing.
You told me that.
But yeah, I'm gonna play this one before I finish the other one.
The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Available September 26th only on the Nintendo Switch system.
I got it. It's echoes, like what she does in the game. The echoes.
Oh my God! Seriously?
I
Go
get
sit the corner.
now. I get it.
Y'all want me to just kick Mike from
Now on Nintendo eShop.
I get it. I actually get
Wait,
it.
wait. Gotta watch. This is the part that caught my eye when I was at work that I almost missed, but I didn't miss it. That is possessed Link. Link would never. First of all, the only reason Princess Zelda is even doing all this is because somebody took her man in the first place. You do not take her man.
Listen,
Link has proven you can't take his girl.
I called that from the beginning. I said, okay, we're gonna fight Dark Link in the depths.
That's not Dark Link.
It's a darker Link.
It's not Dark. Dark Link is an actual character. You will meet him in Ocarina of Time. That is a possessed Link of which we don't know the name of yet.
All right, yeah, but in a matter of speaking, it's a Dark Link. It's like a evil Link. I'm not saying as in like that's his official name.
Well, that's the reason why you got to clarify, because Dark Link is a real character.
I mean, I don't have to clarify. It's common sense.
No, it's not when he's an actual character.
Around Zelda fans, it's not. But yeah, you get a point. Like, I understand what you're trying to say. Because
we understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
But I called it. I just called it. I called it.
So what your meaning is, you said that you think Link is going to be somehow turned evil or have some kind of evil influence, is what you're saying.
Well, you can see it in his eyes, actually.
Yeah.
If you go back and you just...
Well, yeah, his eyes are that
yeah.
purple red color.
Whatever it is, because in Tears of the Kingdom, we know it was the gloom, right? But here we don't know what's the name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because we knew that wasn't Zelda in Tears of the Kingdom all them times that we ran into her. Yeah. Like, God, this ain't you. What do you want? Why are you here? But after this one, I kind of hope they do away with the puppet good guy thing, because we've seen so many puppet Zeldas. We've seen now, I don't know if it's going to be called Puppet Link, but Evil Link. So, okay, we get it. You're okay. Don't do that anymore.
The graphics don't look weird. They just appear that way because we're streaming it directly from the YouTube channel over onto StreamYard, over onto your TV or phone or tablet or wherever you're watching from. If you want to look at the the graphics as is, and even though even on YouTube, they will not appear in the high full resolution you'll play it on your Nintendo Switch. Right. Go to Nintendo YouTube channel. Make sure that you go on a video, and then where it says quality, you bring it up to the highest setting. It's probably 1080p, not 4K, and then you'll see at least what YouTube can render at its highest quality. When I'm streaming it here, it already brings it down to 720. And then when you're looking at it on your screen, it brings it out even lower. So
yeah. And somebody already said in the chat, I forgot who, I'm very sorry. They said they already went to PAX West and they tried the demo runs smooth.
And for those of you that are not really concerned about spoilers or anything, it's about like 12 minutes demo, and you can actually go on YouTube, and a bunch of people and creators have already uploaded the actual, not the gameplay per se, but more like recording the screen where they're playing. So that will definitely give you an idea how it will run on an actual Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. And Nintendo never does a game that runs bad on Nintendo Switch. They always build every game from the ground up for the system that they're on. Pokemon games are not made by Nintendo. They're made by the Pokemon company. by Game Freak, which is another developer company that Nintendo does not own. Nintendo does own part of Pokemon, but they don't own the developer that makes Pokemon games. So it's a different story. But Nintendo does make their games to run on their system from the ground up. So that shouldn't be an issue there. Especially a game like this one is not, it's not that really.
It's not graphically intense.
Yeah. So
can I please hear what Paul has to say? Because he visits Hyrule very often. He has a spare room in our castle. Come on, Paul. What do you think? You have to tell us.
On what aspect of it all?
All of it. Everything Zelda. Well, okay. Well, not all of Zelda, just Echoes of Wisdom, because then we'll be here all night.
I think the game looks great. I think, Nintendo wanted to build a game like this. I think it fits at any time in Nintendo Switch's life, but maybe it's the best that it is coming at this time because Zelda as a brand has the highest popularity it has ever had with, 55 million copies sold. So the Zelda name means more now. So if you wanted to call this somewhat experimental of a Zelda game.
To a certain extent.
Not in the gameplay, because there's been different type of gameplay elements before, but a little bit in the gameplay. Somewhat in the Zelda protagonist part, yeah. Not so much in the 2D aspect, because that was the roots. But the whole picture, when you wrap all those things around, somewhat experimental, The 2D aspect in the modern 3D Civilization world, the female protagonist not being the typical Link, the gameplay being somewhat different, even though some of it's familiar, going back to dungeons in a world where things have been more open. This is a little bit more experimental, and I think it could have worked at any time, but better that it's now because the overall Zelda pool is bigger. So if you have not everybody who played Ocarina or Majora or Twilight Princess buy this game, that's a small amount of people. If you have not everybody who plays Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom play this game, still a smaller percentage, but the percentage could still be less, but it's less of a greater fan base. You know what I mean? So good thing that this is coming now when the series is at its peak. I hope it does well. I think this is an 8 million seller, maybe more, hopefully more, but I think it sells past 8, which would be the new highest selling 2D Zelda game of all time. I think it looks really good. I'm really excited to play it. I'm going to pick it up next month. Next month. Yesterday was 4 weeks, so just under 4 weeks. And I will say this too. Obviously, it's too early to say, is this Game of the Year? But I think this has Game of the Year potential.
No.
I think
It's Zelda. It's always Game of the Year.
I think for a lot of people, Zelda is held in such high regard that there never is a bad Zelda game. They range from great to incredible, but there's never been a bad Zelda game. Say what you will about, CDI Philips game. We're talking about Nintendo published, Nintendo developed games. There's never been a bad one. So you're looking at the landscape of this year. Now, it only matters really, what is your game of the year? But you can't help but be excited when you see what IGN is nominating and GameSpot and at the Game Awards and from Joystick and Kotaku and from different individuals' podcasts and groups. That all matters. Game rankings, Game Critics Awards, Metacritic. When this game comes out, I think it has a good chance at being some kind of 90s. It's looking better and better. Now, if it's your 10, who cares if it's someone else's 8.3? But it's looking like it's such a high quality game that's so much bigger in scope than some people originally thought. So is it just a little game or no? It looks like there's a lot involved and there's a whole other world and there's probably more that we don't know.
Yeah.
If this is like a 9.3 on Metacritic, then that gets it that much better of a chance at to being most people's, game of the year contendership. And
How do 2D games fare on Metacritic, whatever
how do most Zelda games fare?
Metacritic, the top down ones?
It depends on the genre and who makes it, mostly.
No, I'm talking about top down Zelda games specifically. Do they usually do well on Metacritic?
Yeah, I mean, it depends.
I mean, it's not, to me, the Metacritic means nothing, but excuse me, I don't want to say it like that. Metacritic doesn't change my opinion, because it's going to be a 10 out of 10 for me because I like Zelda, but I just kind of wonder how other people are going to receive it in this new era of Zelda, because I'm going to tell y'all right now, most of the top-down games, at least story-wise, are better bangers than the 3D ones.
Link's Awakening got an 87 on Metacritic, and this was same. The Link's Awakening, the remake, got a Metacritic 87. 8.4 with the general audience. Still good. Still good.
Metacritic takes 60, 70, 80, and in Zelda on Link's Awakening 121 critical reviews. So it takes all of the hundreds, which Daily Star, US Gamer, Forbes, Digitally Downloaded, Gaming Trend, the Daily Dot, all gave it 100, and they take all of the 96s and the 95s, and they take all of them out and they average them all together. So it's not like Metacritic gave it an 87. Metacritic averages these 121 outlets, and then they have this composite score, and that's the 87 that you see.
Yeah, Metacritic is not the reviewer score. The score, Metacritic is a combination of all of the reviewers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like Game Revolution gave Link's Awakening HD a 60. Universo Nintendo gave it a 60. GameSpew a 70. And then you have your 75s and stuff. So like I said, it's just the average of all of them. And I used to look at what predated Metacritic was a place called GameRankings.com, which GameRankings.com still exists, but I think it might link to something else nowadays. Let me see, actually, I'm kind of curious. GameRankings.com. Actually, GameRankings.com goes to Metacritic now. So
you got the redirect over there.
Transition 2 got acquired from something like that. But I used to look back in the day, because when like Ocarina of Time was the highest and something else was close, the gaming population was also smaller. You had fewer people reviewing. Internet was earlier. So you had a couple of early staples like IGN, videogames.com, and then you had magazines like Nintendo Power, EGM, Game Pro, Game Fan. And then this website, Game Rankings, came out, was like, oh, man, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Soul Calibur 2. These are really high on the GameRankings.com list. But it almost does a disservice or too much pressure on some developers I have seen and talked to, that all that's important is the game rankings or is the Metacritic score, because so much of the younger audience doesn't read a whole review, doesn't watch a whole 7-minute review. They go to Game Rankings. What's the average score? Not good enough for me. And that's what they do, put the review. That's what they put their faith in. Not the fact that somebody thought it was 100, someone thought it was a 70. What's the average score? And then for some developers, they really have a lot of difficulty in that, because the publisher, that's all they care about is that opening next weekend. What was the game ranking score? What was the Metacritic score?
Yeah.
So, but I think this one stands a good chance at being pretty high. I think it's, if I had to call it now, I'm going to call it a 91 on Metacritic. Just from how I know, now I haven't played the game, so I could be wrong, but just from how I know most reviewers are, this won't be some people's type of game. This will be many people's type of game, but as long as it's really good, even the people who don't vibe with this type of game will probably have a difficult time saying this wasn't good. They might end up saying in the review, this isn't my type of Zelda, but what's here is, objectively solid. There are those kind of claims that you could say, well, subjectively, maybe you didn't care that the camera angle couldn't be spun around like a 3D Zelda. But objectively, did it have a solid amount of variety in it? Did it run fundamentally well from a clipping standpoint, and did it have a variety of music, whether you liked it or not? Was there variety? Like, there's elements like that. Game looks great. I know that was a long answer for Joyce's question. What do you think, Paul? But I'm like, well, how do I answer this in a nutshell? I think it's awesome.
I think it's good. I think it's
I don't
bad.
think it was long enough.
I did want to add a little bit of what to your point in terms of,
And then we also have a question from somebody too, but I want Lily.
yeah, there's also another one from in my list as well. Just to add to what you just said, Paul, about being the best time, I agree, because imagine, like, I mean, this game is actually getting a little bit of, I wouldn't say hate, but more like people concerned about the title. They're not very sure about it. Like, they're not very excited about it, whatever's the case. Imagine that. I mean, this game, Echoes of Wisdom, being released on the Nintendo Switch 2. That would be like a disaster, meaning that, hey, we're getting a newer, more powerful console, and then we're getting this kind of Zelda. That's why I feel like it's the perfect time for them to release Echoes of Wisdom, on the Switch final part or era. Yeah.
Yeah, I think even with Switch 2, we're gonna get TB Zelda and TB Link.
Absolutely, I agree. But I feel like it was like the perfect time. I'm agreeing with what Paul just pointed out, because I feel it's the best time for them to do this. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so let me go ahead and answer the Christopher question very quickly. How do we feel about Sword Fighter Zelda? I like it. I think that I was never off board with Zelda having a sword. I know there was a lot of chatter out there in the community with Zelda having her own thing, and Link is a sword guy, and Zelda has this. I think Zelda is as capable as Link when it comes to sword fighting and stuff. She was trained in fighting as well. You can see it in Hyrule Warrior. She did a pretty good job there, and so yeah, here technically she doesn't use it in a regular form. She has to be, I guess, transformed or possessed or something like that, and then the spirit of the fighter comes over her, and then she does all the and all that stuff. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Next question, Clifford Favors: will Zelda need to collect rupees or even bombs because of her tri-staff? We don't know yet. They haven't talked about that.
We don't know yet, but I feel like rupees it's going to be a must for sure.
Maybe Zelda
bombs, I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe I know there's oh wait, they do have that spider that does the explosive things.
That's from Dumpin.
We saw rupees though.
Yeah,
rupees isn't a Link thing. It's just the Hyrule currency.
Currency, that's what it is.
So
exactly.
the bombs part, we already saw some type of explosion with that little spider that came in and interrupted these little people out. They were just eating their food, and it just dropped out and boom.
But I feel like Zelda is going to be needing the rupees more like for the smoothies and the accessories, the outfits, all that kind of stuff, but not really for bombs as we regularly or normally do or get or like arrows and stuff like that. Consumables, let's call them that. For bombs, it could be a bomb echo as well. So we don't know yet, right?
Yep.
Real quick, what was Chris's question? I'm sorry, I had to.
No worries.
How would we feel about Zelda with a sword? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah. Sword fighter. Yeah.
Sword fighter. Yeah.
I think they threw that in there so people could say, "See, it really is a Zelda game. It's just different."
Yeah.
That's why we can't do it very long. Because let's be really honest, if you're gonna get frustrated at a part, or at something where it has like a part that you don't really understand, you're gonna want to easily fall back into. Well, the way Link, I would do this in another Zelda game. I just whack it with a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to let you get out of it that easy, is what I think the point is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just happy that they did. Like, it's the perfect way.
It exists.
Yeah, exactly.
It exists. Let's give it a chance.
Yeah, because when they were announcing that, like, a lot of people, were arguing about like Zelda not, using a sword and stuff like that, and we also agreed to point that it's not that we're saying that she's not capable of using a sword, but more like it's not really focused towards that. But it wasn't never it wasn't said or really explained that, hey, Zelda is not going to be using any weapon at all. Like, they never said that. Now they have confirmed that there's a way for her to do some sort of fighting style that involves a sword, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If from the beginning, if it was just sword fighting, some would say, that's a cop out. You just made a Zelda game, and
Exactly.
it's just Zelda doing Link's thing, da. If you didn't have any sword fighting, this isn't a Zelda game, even though it's called Zelda, because I don't get to do what I have been known to do. And here's a way how to be like, no, here's a story that we made for her, and she operates differently because she is different, but she could also do some of that because some of her magic allows her to tap into things. And like, it's just a awesome combination of.
And we care about, one of the things I've loved about Zelda over the years, the character, is that we started caring about her a lot more, especially after like Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time. So she's been getting a lot more screen time. So I really enjoy the fact that we get a whole story from her point of view, and we're saving somebody we already know and that we already love. We want Link to be okay. Don't we want to go save Link? And like I said, Zelda wants her man back. Her little chibi, little cute little.
He's dead. She's gone and dead and done, and he's rotting somewhere underneath some kind of rock.
No.
Why would you want that? Because there's like plenty of theories of how Mario's actually dead, right?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. So we don't want our favorite protagonist dead, and then Nintendo goes down. We don't want that.
Mike wants to be gone with Link with the green hoodie.
Yeah,
because he doesn't know Zelda yet. Once he finishes all the games, he will know and understand.
Even if I finish all the games, I don't think I'm gonna change. I'm gonna be me. It's gonna be me because I'm not the type of person who will dedicate myself to one game and just throw myself at it completely to learn every single little bit of it. I play it, enjoy it, and move on, because there's just the world of gaming is so massive and so big that I can't dedicate my entire brain to just one thing and just gonna make this my Bible. I don't do that. I love to play everything. Like I'm the general Nintendo fan. I don't claim to be a lore guy from Zelda, Splatoon, Mario, or any other game that might come in the future. I just enjoy everything. The little bit I know about Zelda is enough for me personally to enjoy the games and to be a fan, just like what I know for Mario, just like what I know for everything else. So I am trying to play.
But as a reader, that's why it's very easy to get kind of caught up in some of the games that are a little bit more, because there's just enough story for you to get frustrated and want to put in and fill in the blanks. As a reader, that's what kind of drives me crazy about Zelda. Yeah. And so it's fun putting together those things. There's nothing wrong with having a favorite thing. And I'm not saying that you have to change your opinion. It's just that I don't think you understand where we're coming from, me and Lily. I don't think you understand why we feel the way we feel, and why certain things need to change, other things don't, and why certain things will never change.
Yeah, but the thing is that we have not come we still haven't come against something where something I said interfered with the reason why you feel about a certain thing.
That was behind the scenes. That's different. I could tell you about that later.
Yeah, so
that's all we're saying, and we don't want Link to die. Although
it's a joke.
My actual script that I wrote, I killed Link off, right? That's like first 5 chapters, y'all. It ain't no spoiler.
And when I say Link die, it's a joke. It's a joke. I really don't want Link to die.
We don't want Nintendo stock to go down, and that has real life consequences.
Listen, I don't want Link to die. Let me make that clear for those who don't understand that. That was a joke. It wasn't a serious thing. Okay, I don't want Link to die. He should be alive and well, and marry Zelda and have babies and grow old.
Unless it's Twilight Princess, where he married Lilia.
Buy a puppy, and then have that puppy grow up and feed it.
Why would he want to buy a puppy he can't pet?
And
unless again it's Twilight Princess Link.
He can look at it, he can yell at it, hiya, and all that stuff, So yeah,
imagine raising babies like that.
So far,
Mommy, can I have a drink of water? Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
that's probably how the mom responded. Yeah. instead of
Yeah.
yeah.
Link would be dad, I guess. Well, I guess depending on who you're talking to.
Yeah. Can you imagine the baby crying? The baby crying in the crib?
Exactly.
Anyway, we got two questions.
How cute it is. I'm sorry.
We got if you guys see any questions, because I don't have eyes right now. If you guys see any questions, go ahead and highlight them. But we have now entered the Q&A section. We're on our way to kind of finish the podcast on time, 2 hours.
Yes.
And so I'm going to go ahead and start with Score Bunny. Score Bunny is asking, will we be talking about Super Mario Party Jamboree? Yes, let's talk about it right now. So there is a new character that was introduced today to Mario Party Jamboree.
Yes.
Mario's real girlfriend. What's her name again?
Pauline.
Pauline. Yeah.
Pauline.
Mayor Pauline has been introduced into Mario Party Jamboree. She looks good. Her voice acting is on spot and really cool. I wonder who it is. But it's really cool. She's introduced to Mario Party Jamboree. It's awesome. It's looking to be the biggest Mario Party game ever made, and I cannot wait to play it. It's gonna be out in is it October? October. It's gonna be out. October, and then we have Mario and Luigi Brothership in November. So yeah,
I'm hyped for that one.
Mario Party
that one looks so good.
Pretty awesome. The next question we got here: can the rod transform into a sword and spin out? We didn't see that. The rod
That's not what I saw.
Yeah, the rod is just a rod, and it kind of like echoes stuff.
I think it's an echo that she picks. I don't think the trailer even said how we get that echo. I'm assuming it's similar to Tears of the Kingdom, where when you finally get to the end and Link drops down and he sees the torch.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's one of the first places you go and you drop down and you see the sword.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Let me ask you guys a question. You guys saw the trailer. Did you see Fi anywhere in the trailer?
It depends.
Yeah, it depends.
What do you mean? Do you mean Fi, the actual physical embodiment AI Fi, or do you mean the Master Sword?
You're not gonna see her in the sword. You see the Master Sword, but I'm saying, do you see Fi, the actual figure?
I didn't see that, but I'll be honest, I'm still giggling in my head about going to sleep in the middle of a boss fight. Like, that's so princess. That's so princess. That's queen behavior. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, after this question, we got the Jamboree one. And so far, no other questions. I'm going once.
Can I say one more thing about Pauline?
Wait.
I mean, yeah, you got it.
Can I say something about Pauline?
Go ahead, yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say I love the quest in Odyssey where you have to go find her purse. I'm like, that's just some mess I would do. Honey, can you please go find my purse? Oh, sorry. Everybody froze?
No, we're just looking up it's Kate Higgins.
The voice actor.
Yeah,
for the Mayor Pauline.
Yeah, she's been the voice actress since 2017, Mario Odyssey. And yeah, so her name is Kate Higgins. And she's also the voice actress in the game in Mario Jamboree, Party Jamboree. So Kate Higgins, go say hi to Kate Higgins, go follow her social media and then give her a high five because she did a good job.
Have you seen gameplay of Brothership yet? Or there's just still that one trailer?
Yeah, they show some gameplay during the initial trailer. They show some kind of working. It's pretty cool. There's a lot more boards. They're bigger now. They're just massive.
I'm talking about Brothership.
Oh, Brothership. Yeah. We saw gameplay. It's an RPG. So we saw a battle. We saw Mario moving. We saw a boss fight. They show gameplay within the actual thing. I'm pretty sure we're gonna know more about it as we approach November, which is the
if they don't have in a direct, they'll probably do drip feed like they did with Echoes of Wisdom for Brothership.
Yeah, 5-minute presentations, which is like a presentation to me because that's how much they actually last inside of Nintendo Direct. All right,
I agree we're not going to get another Direct, at least with that as the focus. We're not going to get like a Echoes of Wisdom Direct.
Yeah. What am I doing? Is this up or down?
Kachinu asks, "What's your hype level for Sonic 3, the movie?" I'm up here, man.
Yeah.
I
Woo!
I thought that Sonic 1 was so good. Sonic 2 was so good.
Where's that
And
question?
the Knuckles TV series, pretty good, a little bit more silly, but good at the end of the day. So Sonic 3, bring it on. Keanu Reeves, bring it on. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so I guess that's all the
There
questions.
was a question before that one, wasn't it? But now I suddenly can't find our questions.
Okay, yeah. I mean, they're not there because we answered all of them.
Yeah, they're not there because we have all.
I thought there was
already.
one that was right before that one that we didn't get to. Oh,
Yeah.
There's another question, and let me just highlight the one that I saw.
Do you think we will ever see Toon Link in another new game? I don't think so. We'll probably get the HD version coming, a port of the game, but in a plushie. There is a Toon Link trademark related to clothes and plushies and stuff like that. So you'll see Toon Link. Toon Link is
unless they do a remake or remaster or whatever of Wind Waker, or the Phantom Hour games or Spirit Tracks. Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks need a remake, or at least they need a remake.
Yeah.
But I don't think we'll see a new one, because I still remember, what was it, a year or two ago, when Miyamoto said when he first saw Toon Link in Wind Waker, he cringed.
I like Toon Link.
As did the Zelda fan base.
Ever?
Now we like Wind Waker, but at the time,
Yeah, Toon Link is one of my favorite links. I remember seeing it when it came out, and I actually did like it. I wasn't into Zelda back in the day like I was now, but I still liked it. And I think it was pretty cool.
Ever is a very, very long time. And whenever you get too caught up in saying this is never going to happen, you got to realize, like, these IP, these products are going to be around for decades and decades and decades. So I think that anything that you could almost imagine from Zelda, from Mario, from any of these beloved IP, yep, it'll happen one day. So, like, do I think there will ever be a post-apocalyptic, cyberpunk-inspired Legend of Zelda game where it's Link on a futuristic Tron-looking motorcycle, and it's cities and broken down things and street lamps and electricity and TVs and glitching and stuff like that, and Link is hopping into the World Wide Web and fighting digital characters and coming out and stuff like that, and having some kind of techie armor and doing some Yu-Gi-Oh thing and slapping his arm and digital stuff? As crazy as that is, yeah, because Nintendo creates gameplay and then they create a story around it. And if they could see cool mechanics working like that and a unique art style and having the power and the system process to be able to zap in and out and stuff like that, who's to say a limited scope would say that's never going to happen? But Zelda's only been around for 40 years, and humanity hopefully is going to exist for thousands more, right? So in a small fragment of time, you can't say that something's never going to happen.
In our lifetime, to be specific.
What I mean is, I don't see them using the same art style again.
No,
That's
right.
all I mean.
108.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Obviously, you can't ever say never, but it's unlikely. We can put it that way. Unlikely.
Yeah, unlikely sounds. Yeah.
Unlikely. Yeah.
And also, to be fair, Legend of Zelda was supposed to be sci-fi.
It was
in the first place.
Yeah. So there's already a cyberpunk Link. He's called Squall, and he is over in Final Fantasy with this giant, huge master sword of a sword.
Yeah.
And so,
and your example is like "Take on Me" by Aha playing in the background while Link's doing all this cyberpunk stuff. If it is, I'm sold. Okay, now I'm sold. We have to put it in there.
I can tell you one thing. It
was in the Mario movie.
If it happens, it's gonna be post Miyamoto, not while he's alive,
or not while he's working there.
Yeah,
you think they'll wait till he's actually gone?
Yeah, not while he has any creative control over the Zelda franchise.
I 150% agree.
Yeah,
and that's not a bad thing. It's just that and we don't want to see. I want Miyamoto and Aonuma, kind of like in this plastic bubble of a shrine, and I want them to carry them wherever so we can all see them and admire them. But
like Futurama, heads.
Exactly, just like Futurama. But to be fair though, the beauty of the series growing and getting bigger and bigger is handing it off to a new team to see what they can do with it. Because we never thought we'd get a Breath of the Wild type game. We never thought we'd get a Ocarina of Time. We never thought we'd get a Link to the Past. We never thought we'd get these kind of games. So I'm really excited to see what somebody at a different perspective. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And if I hate it, I'll come back and I'll tell y'all in 20 years, this is some crap.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we have reached the end of the Q&A. We got 10 minutes in the show to go. So we'll take that time to present our amazing co-host and our awesome discussion today.
I'm sorry. I know I keep interrupting you, but that person whose question we missed, I found them. And they did ask.
You highlight there? Highlight it or start?
There it is.
Will we ever get the sequel to Majora's Mask? I'll let the Zelda fans answer that.
Never say never, but no.
Never say never, but no. Yeah, she's not saying never. She's saying no. So
I'm saying I just don't see Nintendo revisiting it, but there is plenty opportunity. There is more story there that we could discuss.
Yeah,
I don't see them doing it.
Yeah, I agree. It's like people who ask, will we ever get Mario Galaxy 3? That's also a no, because Nintendo is done with that series. They moved on to Mario Odyssey, and then now they're gonna move on to the next one. You know, so it's just Nintendo doesn't go back to games that they've already kind of finished there to add a sequel to them. All right, so with that, I do believe there's a Nintendo Direct next month. Let's see what happens then. Switch 2 is around the corner. We are in the calm before the storm, because once Switch 2 trailer hits, it's going to be all crazy, loopy, and a lot of stuff is going to go on. So rest, sleep well while you wait for that trailer to drop, because when it drops, it's going to be crazy insane. With that said, I wanted to introduce the cast for tonight's Nintopics podcast, and I want to do a huge shout out to Zach Hendricks, our co-host, who is away on vacation. Hope you have the most wonderful vacation. You deserve, everybody, and we'll see you when you come back with stories. You better have stories, and not allow stories, okay? Just like Lilly. Lilly had stories, and she shared one.
Yep.
All right.
Boy, I had stories.
All right. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and start with Lilly. Lilly,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we find you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, because my camera was kind of laggy, so I just wanted to make sure. So you can find me as Lilly Hyrule on YouTube and every other social media out there. I do have a video, several videos pending. One is from Fun Expo Canada that I'm working on. I will be getting my Deku Lego set soon. So I'm going to have another video about that, and then another video about the latest trailer for Echoes of Wisdom. So it's going to be a busy week, but you can find me there. I'm also doing the live streams. I'm about to beat Majora's Mask. Now that we are talking about Majora's Mask, I might spend a little bit of time trying to get some of the hard pieces and all that kind of stuff, but I'm ready. We're ready to beat the game. And for anything, just be sure to subscribe on the channel and turn on the bell icon so you get notified as soon as I either go live or have a new video for you guys. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
My friends, go over to Lilly Hyrule, subscribe. She has amazing content. All things Zelda. If you are a Zelda fan, go subscribe to her. She has really good content. I dropped in from time to time, and even live streams and stuff like that, to see what she's up to, and she has really good content. So go.
Oh, and buy the merch. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, let me go ahead.
Yay!
Let me go ahead and show you. Let me go ahead and show it.
Yeah, this is the t-shirt, but I have a bunch of designs and colors on my YouTube channel. So if you would like to support the channel, that's the way to do it. Thank you so much.
All right. If you want
a shirt is fire.
Zelda, Lilly Hyrule is the one to go to. All right. Thank you, Lilly, for being here. You're awesome. Paul Gale Network, where can we find you?
Over on YouTube, I am at Paul Gale Network, and on X, I am at Paul Gale Network as well. Recently on Twitter/X, I did some Famitsu sales, so that's pretty cool to see. Nintendo's still doing well. And on the YouTube side, not too much lately, but in 13 days, Mike Odyssey and I will be putting on Indie Mania, and that's going to be the biggest event to hit YouTube, X, Twitch, social media, and any kind of post all over the internet. So hope you tune in and watch us put on what we hope is a fantastic show for indie developers that worked hard, and for fans of indie gaming to see this is how much creativity is out there, and that will be shown in many cases for the first time, which is pretty awesome to do. And that's September 12th, 13th, and 14th.
All right. Thank you, Paul. Next, Joycey J, where can we find you?
I am a very, very sleepy Joycey J. Y'all not
You
believe
made it.
I can't believe I made it. And we got a 3-day weekend, y'all.
Yeah.
Woo!
Highly-
Same in Canada.
I'm gonna say it for real. Thank you, Jesus. I needed this. I need to be for real. I'm so
Well
sorry.
deserved.
Yeah.
But I'm DJ Joycey on Twitter. I do not have a YouTube channel. I never will because I rather be here. So yeah, you can catch me here on the 10 Topics podcast every single Friday, unless I'm too exhausted and I have gone to bed early. That's happened before.
And we're gonna have a fun podcast without Joycey. Joycey, you are a staple here. Thank you so much for being here. You are awesome.
Paul for the fun.
And I appreciate you. Everybody here compliments each other. That's what the wonderful thing about this, right? Is like everybody here has like this chemistry that we all go along with each other. We have like a, and it took a time to get there, but we're there, and I love it.
Yeah.
I'm missing
Paul
Zach.
has all the numbers, and I do miss Zach too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when we're all not together, it does feel like kind of off.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Zach, you can tell that once you have something special, when you miss somebody that's not here, that's when you got something special. So I'm happy. By the way, guys, before I position what I'm gonna talk, season finale. The season finale for season 3 of the Topic Podcast will not be on a Friday. It will be on a Thursday. Okay, on a Thursday. Why? Because it is a tradition here at the Nintopics Podcast that our season finale is a watch party for the Game Awards. Unless for some reason Paul and I are present there. But
Yeah. That might be a thing.
I've been telling y'all I wanted to go. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
So yeah,
I do want to go.
Good, y'all want to go. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
The finale for the podcast, season 3, will be on December 12th, which is a Thursday. Mark your calendars. We will be wearing pajamas. It's a pajama party. It's a Nintendo.
Ooh.
It's a Nintendo pajama party. Like I was dressed in Mario. I think Paul has some socks, and Joycey
You
she had her nice Hyrule little thingy.
It was like it's literally the Breath of the Wild. That's Tears of the Kingdom. My cheers cover. It was literally that cover, like on a hoodie. I could not find like actual Zelda pajamas, and I've still been searching, and I cannot. Oh, I can't find anything appropriate. Is my point.
Yeah.
I can't even find like a nice tunic, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to either. I think by next, if I can't find this one this year, then I think I'm gonna try to make one for next year.
I think I know where to find one. I'll send you the link. I saw one recently.
I'll send you one if I see one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appropriate stuff, y'all, please.
Yes.
It was Mario PJ bottoms, Luigi socks, and a Chuck Norris beard.
Yeah. I'm like, Paul was Chuck Norris that day. But,
that was awesome. I can't find Zelda socks, but
yeah.
Yeah, there's so many.
So it's a Game Awards watch party, pajama party. You wear your own pajamas. If you want to send us PG pictures of you wear your Nintendo pajama, we will show it live on the channel as well. We're also going to have giveaways on that. That's going to be the Nintopic finale. We're going to have giveaways for that. So stay tuned.
Maybe a giveaway for best pajamas.
Mark your calendar. Maybe we can have pajama contest.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah, and then the prize winner
for everybody to vote.
Yeah. So
best gaming pajamas, though. Gaming pajamas.
December 12th.
Not coming your $10,000 outfit.
Yeah. December 12th. Mark your calendars. That is our podcast finale. Just wanted to put that out there before anything, because My brain is. I'm Dory. I'm like real life Dory. um, after
Called
that,
fun timers.
I've
you
heard
can
that before.
you can find me here at the Odyssey Monday through Friday. You see, my brain is like bad right now.
You got this. You got this.
Monday to Friday, Nintendo news. There's a little series I'm starting on the weekends called it's Indie something. I have the name written somewhere. Indie Spotlight. And Indie Spotlight, I'm gonna have top 10 indie games, top 10 Nintendo games that compare to the top 10 indie games. So, for example, what's the indie game for Mario Odyssey? Okay, I'll show you the game that's most resembles Mario Odyssey in the indie world, right? And so that is going to come up in Indie Spotlight on the channel. I have a podcast coming up, a brand new podcast after Indie Mania that will debut on the Indie Mania channel. You want to go ahead and subscribe there. There's other stuff happening on that channel that you might want to subscribe now. You're ahead of the game. But I can't say anything until Indie Mania comes up. NDA. So yeah, so if you have not subscribed to the Indie Mania YouTube channel or followed us on X for Indie Mania, go ahead and do that now. And of course, talking about Indie Mania on the 12th.
Yes, mark your calendars.
14 at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's 11. That's 12 p.m. Central, and it's gonna be hosted on the IGN network, which is the IGN's YouTube channel, and Twitch. I heard some ramblings. Maybe I know that IGN has a Brazil channel. They have a Spanish channel. They are working cahoots. So I don't know if it follows Spanish. I'm not sure if you know Spanish, but
Poquito,
see, there you go.
So we got that, but also we'll be co-streaming it on a lot of social media content creators. If you want to know who is streaming it, go to the indieman.net. All of the channels are right there, and you can actually click on each of the icon for social media content creators and then subscribe to their channel to wherever you want to watch it. We'll be streaming it here also. We'll also be streaming it on the Indie Mania channel as well. So that is happening, my friends. We're only 13 days away, and I cannot believe we're already there. It went fast. I haven't played a single video game since I came back from LA, and so
I'm so busy. And
I'm gonna get Indie Mania out of the way and into IGN's hand for all their duty stuff, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go back into play and try to finish Ocarina of Time when I have try to finish it before Echoes of Wisdom comes out.
You have at least 3 people, well, really 4, because Zach is a Zelda fan too. So you have 4 people to call if you get stuck.
Yeah. I also have a guy that I have here, but I will call you, Joycey, and Lily and Paul.
Oh wait, what? Who is that guy? Like, what?
Guy.
No, I think he said guy.
Oh, I thought like, who are you talking about?
Guide. I avoid looking at guides like I do.
Okay.
And I have it there just in case, but I haven't gotten lost yet. It's just
you're not gonna get lost.
Lazy. That's it.
No,
you got this.
Yeah.
No, Ocarina of Time isn't as open.
Yeah,
so
I did Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
And Link's Awakening already.
90, yeah, Link's Awakening and Link to the Past and without a guide, so I'm good. I like puzzles. All right.
Shout out to the chat. Y'all have already sent me a bunch of links on Twitter on where I can find pajamas and
oh my god, nice.
And somebody has allegedly dropped a new timeline for Zelda.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Tom Show. Thank you. I'm going to check these out after the show, and I will retweet what's good.
Look at that. Look at how amazing our viewers are. They take care.
Thank you guys.
They care about us so much as we do.
Now, without further ado, my friends, I want you to do me a favor. Do us all a favor. You have the most wonderful weekend ever.
3 days. 3.
Yeah. Don't ever. I forgot what to say. What? Don't ever. Whatever. How amazing? No, not that.
We're not there yet. Yes. Yeah.
Don't do it, but have the most amazing weekend ever. Don't go to bed upset. That's what I'm gonna say. Don't go to bed upset. Kiss your loved ones, hug somebody, Kiss your mama, your daddy, your doggy, anybody. It's always hugs are therapeutic, right? Hugs are therapeutic, especially if you love that person, they love you back. You need it, okay? If not, hugs.
Or if your upstairs neighbor mysteriously disappears, that's also therapeutic.
And if you don't have anybody, guess what? Look, we're all sending you hugs. But everybody send hugs because Paul. What's going on, Paul? Where's your
Send
hug?
them hugs, Paul.
Paul.
Just don't crush them too hard.
I just crushed it. All right, friends. Before we let you go, we got two things we got to let you know. We went over time. The 2 hours.
We did.
2 hours and 4. No worries. Still
Yeah.
doing fine.
I thought we were going till 10. That's my bad.
It is 10:43 on this my side.
My bad.
One, never give up. Don't do it.
Don't do that because we need you.
You never know. If you give up today, you never know that what you're looking for and working for might come tomorrow. So keep reaching, keep going, keep fighting. You're almost there. And Journey on.
Journey on.
I just fell asleep on the microphone.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Mike, I'm tired. Come on.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance.
Lily.
Our body move to the groove and the light. We get lost in the crowd.